Oh,
It's so annoyingly far. That's why, remember, there was a podcast conference and we were like,
yeah, it's
like
far.
40 minutes each way.
Okay, what up? And welcome to Daytime Talk After Dark. My name is Al Jackson, but that is unimportant. What is important is that we were talking about CrimeCon and murders, and I'm doing it with two of my favorite human beings who I've spent the last 8 years talking to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of weird, but I love it. That's why I'm back for more. Erica Cobb is in the building looking like a dignitary.
A dignitary?
Yes, like
Really?
from
Is
like,
that the...
you know how like every 5 or 8 years there's like a new country, like some country breaks off.
Right.
And now it's like, oh, we're not the Maldives anymore. We're the Emirates of something. Like Erica looks like the first president of that country. Like
I thought you were going to say I look like the flag of the country.
Yeah, you could be.
I have a lot of colors going on here.
So
I
cute.
dig it. That's so cute.
Yes.
I told you when I saw you, I was like, you're so adorable. And speaking of adorable, but also in the Army now.
I know. It's a stupid outfit. I don't
It's
know what I'm
not a dumb outfit. You look good in green.
Thank you.
It is that time of year. I saw her drop me off because she's going to get her nails did. And I just said the oldest man thing when we pulled up. I was like, oh, it's fall. Look at the leaves. And now the outfit
Yes.
is very fall. Are you a sweater girl?
Yeah, to be clear, I am a sweater. Like, I sweat a lot. And so I'm already nerved out. I know we turn the air off in this when we start. So I will not be wearing a sweater until it is quite cold out.
Okay.
Al, on the other hand, sleeps at Bikram temperatures. And
it hot.
yeah, like he walked in with that jacket. I was like, that's too much.
It's a lot.
I took my my jean jacket off because I got hot just looking at you
Yeah.
and not in a sexual way.
Well, wow.
First of all, I
could've
just
just left
want to.
it.
Yeah, well, but I know you, and you would have picked it up and run with it. Hi, Marquita. Hi, Julie. Hi to all of our night owls. I am happy to be back.
Yes, I'm
Yes.
just happy you're here and you're happy to be back from
New York.
where you
And
were just
where else was
sightseeing. What
I?
were you doing there?
Yeah, so I made an appearance on the Breakfast Club. So it's been a while since I've been here. I'm like, what all happened? Yes, so
That's
for
because you drink every morning.
Yeah, I do. I have a 40 and a few
40?
shots of Johnny Walker Red.
Erica, you drink black. Let's be honest. You're a Johnny Black girl.
Actually, if I was really drinking Johnny
Blue.
Walker, you know it'd be blue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swag. Yes.
So Claudia Jordan, my podcast partner, and I, for Accidentally Informed, which you can listen to every Wednesday on YouTube Live, we were invited to the Breakfast Club. So we went and had an amazing time. It was we were supposed to be there for like 25 minutes, and it was like a little over an hour. So I want to encourage everyone.
That means you did good.
Yeah, thank you. I want to encourage all you night owls to go over to the Breakfast Club on YouTube and watch that full interview because we obviously want to get our numbers super up.
Well, I can just say this. I was very happy. I was just sitting on the couch on like a Friday, just scrolling and just looking at TMZ. And just, it was so weird because you guys come walking out of the building, but you didn't say, hey, we're on TMZ. I was just like looking. And I saw it come up and I was like, God, that girl looks like Erica. Like, it was this weird thing. Like, it was just like, because I'm like, she's not on TMZ. That's my friend. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like, it's so cool.
Yeah.
So we're so proud of you.
Thank you. Yeah, we were leaving the Breakfast Club and we walk out of the front of the building and TMZ is there. And obviously, I mean, Claudia is TMZ-able. I am not at that TMZ level.
Now you are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were currently on it. Right?
Yeah, so check out TMZ as well. We have it reposted on Accidentally Informed and my Instagram. So yeah, check out that interview. That was a lot of fun. I've never gotten paparazzi'd before, so I was like, baby's first TMZ.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was really exciting. And then where was I last week? Oh, I have more news to come. We have exciting developments and updates, life updates. So I will let y'all know.
Oh, I like
Yeah.
that.
That'll just,
okay.
that's a little tease.
Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to pretend like I think I know what that is. And that makes me happy. Corinne, you have a podcast going on. Why don't you talk to us about that? And where can we
Yes.
find you?
Yeah, everywhere, YouTube, Apple, Spotify, wherever you normally listen or see things. I do the podcast. It's called Where's My Spinoff? with
I
my
love
girl.
that name.
It's a good name. My girl Brittany Haynes. She is from I did Survivor and The Amazing Race. We did The Amazing Race together. She's much more famous. She did Big Brother many times, and she did Traitors very recently. So we do a lot of just pop culture. I don't know, different things. And it's really, really been fun. We've done 4 episodes so far, and it's gotten a really good response. So we're excited.
Okay, is that weekly?
We do every Monday.
All right, every Monday we'll be looking for you. I'm also looking for our executive producer, Michael Dean, over there. Looking good. How you feeling, man?
Oh, today's a good day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
got
right.
a full couch. I love it.
Yeah,
Yay.
it's very cool. And also shout out, dude, IDK Studios for holding us down as they do every week. So appreciate you guys. Let's just get into it. And first of all, shout out Night Owls. I feel like I was neglecting you. I got my girls here. I'm like, oh, my girls are here. All right, let's do the show. All right, let's start off with some grossness.
Yay.
Because that tends to roll downhill, especially when it's in the presidency. Ew. The House released the drawing that Donald Trump initially said he did not make, that he made for the Epstein book. It was, Michael Dean, you look like you're making a face.
Well, allegedly, he still denies that it's him, and basically, his people are saying that it's fake and that's not his signature. Although the New York Times did a lovely comparison of his signature at that time, not currently,
Right.
but at that time, and it's indistinguishable.
Yes, and what we are looking at now, and what you guys, and can the Night Owl see that?
Yep.
Okay, what you guys are looking at is the silhouette of a body of what seems to be a very young woman. I'll just say
She's
that.
an amputee.
Yeah, a young woman. And Michael Dean, will you read that for us?
Yeah, so it starts with this voiceover. There must be more to life than having everything. And then Donald says, this is a conversation between Donald and Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, there is, but I won't tell you what it is. And then Epstein says, nor will I, since I also know what it is. And then Donald says, we have certain things in common, Jeffrey. And then Jeffrey says, yes, we do, come to think of it. And Donald says, enjoy, enigmas never age. Have you noticed that? And then Jeffrey says, as a matter of fact, it was clear to me the last time I saw you. And then Donald says, a pal is a wonderful thing. Happy birthday. And may every day be another wonderful secret.
Yeah, now I will say that's how I end all my text messages to my friends.
Yes.
That is so gross and so incriminating. Erica, what do you think when you see it, when you hear it? It's just, what do you think?
I mean, we've been talking about this story for so long, and even as it develops over the years, and it's very clear, it's like we have made this decision that certain people can say that the sky is pink when we clearly know that it's blue, and we're supposed to just believe them and not question any of it. I just feel like it's a very hard line in the sand. If you are someone who isn't asking or demanding that the Epstein files be released unredacted, if you are someone who are standing behind Donald Trump in this moment, if you are someone who is defending anyone who is on that list, then you are a PDF file.
Yes.
You have 100%. There is no bones about it, period. Not only do you believe in PDF, Ilya, you also are someone who is guilty of it. You are someone who aids and abets people who prey on children. It's a hard line in the sand. There is no way on God's green earth that I would know that someone was preying and sexually harassing or abusing children, and I would stand anywhere in the air that they breathe, nevertheless defend them. So I don't understand why this is so, well, no, actually I do. I do understand why this is so hotly contested, because there are people in this country, and they all know, and we all know who they are now. So this is, it used to be covert, now it's very overt, who believe that they have the right to children's bodies. They believe that. That's the reason why child brides has always been a thing, and people act like it's only in countries that no one has heard or seen of, or they don't know what the blah, blah, blah. No, it's very much done in this country. It's done all over the world, and there are protections in order. That's the reason why billionaires have created islands where they can have their own country and under their own rules and regulations. And it is so disgusting. I can't even believe that we have to have this conversation, that we have gone so far. But I look at children and I think that they should be protected at all costs. And other people look at children as if they are a piece of candy, and that is disgusting.
You know, besides that note in the drawing, there is one other reference in the book to Donald Trump. Can we put up that other page? So in case you can't see, in this other page, there's Jeffrey Epstein and another man and a blacked out woman, or who's censored. They're holding up a check Donald Trump signed for $22,500, this giant check. And the text reads, Jeffrey, showing early talents with money and women, sells fully depreciated blank, which is the girl's name, to Donald Trump for $22,500. Showed early people skills too. Even though I wanted the deal, I didn't get any of the money or the girl. So they are basically exchanging money for women in that photo.
Well, I mean, I think that's how it rolls, and that's why I wanted to ask you, Corinne, because you've had experience in the modeling industry, and I have.
I was wondering where you were going to go with that. You had experience with.
But yeah, exactly. But like the more I look at this, the more it seems like, yes, models do go on to make money, but it also seems like a pipeline for creepy dudes to have access to women, young girls that they would never get within 500 feet of. But now it's like, this young woman moved from Russia over here. Now you got her from the Philippines. Now you have control. And it just seems like best case scenario, it's 50-50 your career creep. But it mostly seems like it's creeps with a little bit of print modeling in between.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not the best person to vote in on this, but I did know a lot about, like, during the Me Too movement, there's a specific photographer, Bruce Weber, who ended up being targeted, I don't know if not targeted, but he was the problem.
Identified, yeah.
Yes, identified. And
wrongfully targeted.
Yeah, I had an ex-boyfriend who was a model who went out to his house in the Hamptons to do this very elaborate photo shoot. He was known for having a ton of golden retrievers, and so he was naked amongst the golden retrievers, and he called me in hysterics from this photo shoot. The Hamptons is over 2 hours from the city, and he's like, you have to come, something has happened. And I was like, what's going on? And he's like, he's trying to touch me. He was very and he was very vulnerable. We were both 21, and then I was like, well, what do you want me to do? Handle your shit, just get on the train, leave. He goes, I can't just leave, it's not that easy, and I don't know what to do. This man has put me in a very precarious position. And he was freaking out, and
I'm assuming this is a young, muscular guy.
Exactly. That's a 21-year-old Abercrombie model that could have probably taken him. And this is also Bruce Weber. Not, he's not as powerful, but I can only imagine if you're talking about underage girls and men with this kind of power and money, taking them out of their comfort zones, perhaps to an island, you don't have a chance.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing is, Erica, to your point, there will be people that said, why didn't she run out of the room? Why didn't she get up and leave? I don't think people understand the power dynamic is almost like a man to an ant in terms of these people know where your family stays.
No, they do understand.
Right. Yeah. And
they understand.
Do you think the people watching, the people on the defending the pedophiles, which there are?
Yeah. No, they completely understand. They believe that dynamic should take place. They believe in the hierarchy of human beings. I mean, it's all tied together. It's not like we can say, oh, it's kind of like when people are like, I'm a single issue voter. BS. You're not. You're making a hierarchy for the people that you believe are the most important, and you don't care what happens to anyone else. That's what it is. You believe that other people should be vulnerable, whether it's because of their race, religion, creed, age, whatever makes them othered than you. I mean, let's just, if we're going to have a conversation like this, let's just have the conversation.
I'm here for it.
I am so sick of people hiding behind all of these different excuses for why they're a shitty person. Just be a shitty person. I like my shitty people to be overtly that way. I just want to know. And if you don't think that that makes you a bad person, then we're just going to agree to disagree. But guess what? I'm right. Because at the end of the day, what I'm really thinking about what this younger generation is coming up to believe. And also in dog eat dog worlds, let's just be clear. It's no fun when the rabbit's got the gun. And guess who's going to have it very soon? The people who didn't have any power and control. And guess what they're going to do to y'all sorry asses when they have the gun? Because I'm telling you now, it's all fun and games when you have a power dynamic of the rich and the affluent and the blah, 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 who can do all of these things. But there is going to come a time when history is going to change, the world is going to change, and the rabbit's going to get the gun.
This is the first time that, and I had that thought. And by the way, I was Lauren Mack, friend of the show, close friend of mine, close friend of all of ours. She co-hosted Friends from Work with me, and she used that phrase. And so it's the second time. I'd never heard that. I'd never heard it. Now I've heard it twice in 1 week.
Yeah.
It's my favorite phrase.
It's because, honestly, Al, it's because it's coming. Like,
Yes.
we are in a universal shift.
Yes.
So when victims and survivors of Epstein are saying, and Epstein and company, because it's not just Epstein
He didn't
list.
do it by himself.
Epstein and company are saying, we are going to release the names. Oh, that is an evolution in history.
It is. It's the only thing that the wealthy could not account for. They could always take their money and shut you up. First of all, when I saw those victims, Coco, standing together, I was like, that's a great idea. Because first of all, get your face on camera and do it together, because the ones that tried to speak out by themselves, all of a sudden, some people's brakes didn't work.
Yeah.
Some people got some weird form of cancer, choked on a marshmallow. All these early 20-somethings dying out of nowhere. Ironically, Epstein's other beauty pageant, he's got a French name, Jean-Luc Bernard or something. He also unalived himself in jail. Okay. When you speak on this before cameras and before regular folks had access to microphones, bad things happen to you. Just a lot of bad luck for these people. And now we are starting to see that these women coming together, putting their face on camera saying, I feel fine. I don't feel, like I want to end anything. So if something happens to me, y'all need to know what's up. I think,
know.
like you said, people cannot turn away anymore. Corinne, before we move on, any final thoughts on this?
I don't know that helps. Like, I feel like Virginia Giuffre, I don't know if I'm saying her name.
Something
like that.
I don't really know how to say her last name.
She got on, was like, I'm going to die. I'm going to, but she was very vocal about it.
She knew.
So I don't know that you're saying cameras help. I don't know that it does. I mean,
I just think it helps that it's 30 of them. I think you can always take one person and be like, oh, she was so sad. And like Erica said, the people that want to believe that happened but you can't erase 5, 10, 15 young women in their early 30s and be like, they all ate some bad food.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you go down the rabbit hole of just like the people associated with this case and what has happened to them, even including like Jeffrey Epstein's partner that he got stitched up in a Ponzi scheme with before all this happened, he passed away weirdly. Anyone that's around this passed away weirdly because, like you said, Erica, I think this is a global
it's definitely
sitch.
global.
Yeah.
Yes, it's definitely
Do you want to
global.
guess about how many victims there are?
no, I would love to know the number. I don't know the number.
So
I'm gonna guess that we know of.
I mean, it's an estimate.
I would guess it's in the thousands.
Yeah, it's 1,000.
I would think
and
it's
I
So
think
multiply by 3 because boy math.
right.
yeah.
And I think they identified at one point like 80 women, but far fewer have come forward. But that's pretty bonkers, the number of people out there.
Well, if you think about the amount of time that this was
Right,
allowed
right.
to go on, some of the older victims are our age and older.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So it's, I mean, I just can't. I think it's so many people are very passionate and heated about this, as they should be, but it doesn't even offset the amount of people who are trying to say it's okay or look the other direction.
Right.
But I'll tell you,
nothing to
like,
see here.
right, nothing to see here. But I'll tell you, as someone who is, I was a court-appointed special advocate, so I advocated for abused and neglected children. You look at these children, and they are babies. And adults have treated them like they were adults. And it is, when people are having conversations like this, you really need to like check yourself and understand like what it is, because it is the most disgusting thing you can even imagine.
It's horrifying. And, just that last sentence in that disgusting note that he said, they never age. There's a reason. And I watched this documentary years ago about, Americans that go overseas, like to Vietnam and Thailand and Costa Rica. When I had a girlfriend that lived in Costa Rica, and the first thing you see going through customs is a pair of American hands in jail bars. And in Spanish, it's like, don't touch our kids, because it's such a problem. And that's Costa Rica. We're not even talking about Vietnam or Thailand. We're just like, you just run into, I'm just a 45-year-old man over here by myself. Why are you here, bro?
Yeah.
Sightseeing? You like the food? Anthony Bourdain? I'm not saying he, but I'm saying, what other reason would you be? Not that it's not great over there, but we know what time it is. And that whole thing about they never get old, that means that like there is a thing where they want, in their eyes, pure, so they have to keep turning over. And that is why you get so many, the numbers are so high, is like, in the recruiting, it's just, I don't know if a lot of Americans are able to understand like exactly what they're looking at, because I think if you're not aware of this world, it's too much for your senses. But I will say this, whether it was Penn State or Michigan State, Penn State was a football coach, Michigan State with Larry Nassar, all of these rings, there's not just one dude, there's secretaries. There's receptionists. There's people making appointments. There are people pushing when a girl's crying in your office and she gets sent home. People and their parents make reports and they never go any higher. Once all those people start getting stitched up, we'll start to put a Band-Aid on this. Because when we just say Jeffrey Epstein and like, we got the one guy, he's not here anymore. Once you get everybody, like if you ever had a friend and they're just like, you're like, hey man, come on, do this. Like, no, we'll get in trouble. Once everybody thinks they can get in trouble, that stuff stops. And so I'd just like to see more than just the big names. I want the people that coordinated flights. I want the people that didn't let cases become elevated, didn't prosecute. I want you to be able to stand on that. Acosta and Pam Bondi, why did he get to go? I'm sorry, this is just so crazy. Jeffrey Epstein got to leave. He only had to report to his cell 8 hours a day.
Right.
So he just walked out of jail every day, Coco.
What do you mean?
In West Palm Beach. That was his deal.
The first time.
Oh,
Yeah.
the first time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the first time. He was getting, they said he got Uber Eats sent, or whatever the equivalent was, food delivery, sent there over 70 times. He's getting food delivery. Women.
But that deal
It's
he made
unbelievable.
too
It is unbelievable.
meant that all of his co-conspirators in that got off.
Yeah.
I
Right
mean,
now,
that's
there's
what,
one
like-
woman in jail.
And they still want those co-conspirators that were named in that. They want their names redacted and left out.
Well, that's the question. Is this too big to fail, Erica? Are these guys too big?
So here is what I'm interested in seeing at this juncture, because obviously we all know that Marjorie Taylor Greene, I mean, the broken clock is right at least twice a day, right? So she has put the poem from Donald Trump to Jeffrey Epstein. She's put that up outside of her office. Like, so she's continuing. And also, of course, we know that she is vowing to read the names that the survivors are putting out there on the floor. So it's an interesting time, because we know that Trump is of a certain age and, biology. And so when we're talking about this, everyone's like, what's going to happen next? And what's going to happen next is what people are positioning themselves for now. You have Marjorie Taylor Greene and people like Republicans who are turning on Trump, demanding that these names are released. And everyone is going to try to eat each other. Like, everyone is going to try to come for each other, because now it's going to be a free-for-all with no real leadership or recession plan, or not recession plan.
They probably need one of those too.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we do need a recession plan. But yeah, there's no what word am I looking for? Not recession.
Like you're like post-Trump.
No,
It was
exit
a
strategy.
Procession.
Like
No, what was the show?
227?
Succession.
Okay.
Succession.
I was like, somebody help me with
I just
the
wanted to give the show
I'm barely
227
keeping
a
up on
shout
that
out.
level.
succession plan. Yes, yes.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to take a cleansing breath here, and we're going to talk about something that you guys are going to enjoy. But
Is it my mom texting me 50 times?
No. I was
like, whose phone keeps going off?
Erica is blowing up over
Sorry.
here.
I'm like, let me just text her, make sure she's okay.
Yes, make sure Dr. Cobb is okay. Corinne, in the meantime,
Yes,
while we're
please.
checking on Dr.
Anything
Cobb.
that I can weigh in on.
Okay, well, yes. Can you weigh on in the fact that there is a new Girl Scouts cookie on deck?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know what it is? I'm
Yes.
curious.
Explore more.
That's I've done over 200 episodes of hour-long podcasts with this person, and Corinne either knows everything about what you're talking about, or
nothing.
she goes, "I have no idea what you're talking."
Yeah.
So Corinne, I couldn't find it on my page fast enough. You kill me. So tell me about the Explore More.
So I have thoughts. When I was a brownie, but not a Girl Scout. I did have to sell cookies.
Wait, what's the difference?
Well,
Brownies are until first grade.
my mom didn't think it was so cute to be a Girl Scout. She was like, "You can be a brownie, but Girl Scout, we're not doing that."
Just the
So
outfits?
she pulled me out. She didn't want me to learn camping skills, which is ironic
Oh my
because I ended
gosh.
up on Survivor. But she was like, in fact, she said to me, because we were doing like an overnight camp, but like in Florida you don't camp because there's mosquitoes everywhere and it's disgusting. And my mother drove me because she didn't want me to feel left out. I was still a brownie, and she drove me to this campsite. I think it was like TY Park, and all the little girls are like putting up their tents, and my mother was like, so you can go for like an hour, and then I will pick you back up. And I was like, but I want to. And she's like, you're not doing it. She didn't want me in a tent. She didn't like anything that was going on. And
I'm team
my
your
mom,
mom.
she picked me up at the 60-minute mark. I was like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yes.
I don't want to be here at all. I hate this. And she's like, I told you. And I was like, they can have the patch for this. I don't want it.
Stop trying to mix with the commoners.
Yeah. She picked me up in a Rolls Royce Corniche.
Oh my god!
wow.
Oh
I
my
could just
God.
see the plume of smoke from that rolls like in front of the other
And I
girls.
never returned. That
Oh
was
my
it.
gosh.
I took the sash off, and that
Okay,
was it.
Erica,
But
Erica is a Girl Scout, so
Yeah, so Marquita, thank you for the correction. I was thinking of daisies. So daisies, I think, are from kindergarten,
Yeah.
first grade, and then
And
from
then brownies-
first to fifth is brownies,
something like that.
And
then it gets sad. And then it's like,
well,
oh,
I
I'm
was
in
a
ninth,
sad girl.
then,
Were
it's,
you, like,
then
in-
it's too old to be here.
ninth
Yeah.
grade and like selling cookies.
No, so here's
That's
my
sad.
Girl Scout legacy. Okay, I started off as a brownie, and then I moved to a Girl Scout. And the interesting thing about this is, and I'm going to say this, I normally wouldn't say something
I'm
like
sorry,
this.
I'm
but-
hot as the devil. Keep going.
Yeah,
I'm
you
so
should
hot.
be. You should be. I was in a precarious situation because I was one of like maybe 2 brown brownies, okay? And one of the mothers was less than nice to me, okay? And it really felt very coded on being a brown brownie. So I always kind of struggled with this
Were
woman.
you not
because
invited to White Chocolate Getaway Weekend?
I was not. And I struggled with this woman because it felt clear to me that she did not like me, and she would go out of her way to embarrass me in front of the other girls. But I stuck it out because I am a child of commitment. And
Unlike Corinne.
yeah, and it actually prepared me for a lot of things in life, so I stuck it out. But the funny thing was, so when I got to junior high, I decided that I wanted to be in sports. Now, I didn't grow up doing like soccer was the big thing, and I didn't have like basketball, but I was a dancer. So I wanted to be, of course, like on the dance team because that's what I love doing. So I was so excited to have a new extracurricular activity. I made the dance team, and this woman came to my house and begged my mother to make me continue on
Why?
with the Girl
No.
Scouts because the enrollment was so low. And also, I think she saw that I was probably skilled at things. And so, yeah, this particular woman, and I told my mom, I was like, and this is 7th grade, so 7th and 8th grade. 7th grade, I was like, you know, if Mrs. So-and-so would have come and asked, I would have considered it. Or even Mrs. So-and-so. But Mrs. So-and-so? Definitely not. And I was like, and you should tell her that. And my mom was like, well, I'm not going to tell her that, but okay. And she was like, she really wanted me to be a part. I was like, no.
Well, Erica, enrollment is down.
Yeah.
And,
But-
Corinne, do you know why it might be down?
I'm going to guess the cookies are shit. They've started making the worst cookies. And that's what I was going to say. I promise the Explore More is going to suck. Just stick to what you know. Thin Mints, Samoas. We knew what we were doing with those.
They keep trying to
Stop
expand.
reinventing.
Corinne, to your point, first of all, do you think I haven't copied and pasted a couple fun facts for you?
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Does anybody want to guess which are the most two recent types of Girl Scout cookies that have been retired?
Wasn't there like a lemon one last year?
The
or something?
trefoils?
The lemon one,
that one
went a couple of years ago, I think.
The one you're talking about, the one that has
The
like
trefoil?
a little peanut butter on top, but it's the fakest, worst chocolate and peanut butter. Like it's the,
That's not the Samoa. It's the
No,
do-si-do.
I think the Do-si-do, Samoa, and Thin Mint are all safe.
Oh,
Yes, but like the Toastier went bye-bye, as well as the Girl Scout s'more.
Also, they're as a cookie, they are entirely too small. Like when I saw they were touting these Explore More, they're Rocky
You're exactly
Road.
right.
There's not enough room in this molecule of a cookie to shove marshmallow and like the things that go into Rocky Road. They're
You know what? I never thought about that because
They're
when you get
so
like
small.
that, you know the bag that you can. It's almost like a
They're
coffee
Ritz
bean
cracker
bag.
size,
Like
yeah.
when you get one of those soft batch cookies, the cookies are like this big
Yes.
around. The Girl Scout cookies are like, we're staying small, Jack, and you cannot compete with American. Like things get bigger in this country until we're forced by the government to stop. Like supersize me. Like the government had to step in because we were like, nah, dog. We want more fries. And McDonald's was like, we got as many as you need until the government stepped in. Unfortunately, the Girl Scouts have tried to believe in us and our ability to self-regulate.
control?
Yeah, and it's not going to.
no,
we just eat the
everyone's
whole
eating
sleeve.
sleeves. I know. I know. My
Eating-
neighbor takes the cookies, crushes them up into ice cream, and makes his own ice cream.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
That's
That's
a
a
good
good one.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
such
a
a
good
good
one.
one, Erica, that there's actually a Girl Scouts Thin Mints Frosty because the Girl Scouts, this mom and pop startup, has a partnership with Frosty and most recently with Adobe computer programming.
That's their new sponsor.
That's their new sponsor. You know what do little girls
Well,
want to partner with, right?
STEM. You know, like these girls are gonna learn how.
Aren't they outside, Michael Dean?
When all I ever did, I was
There isn't
constantly going
anything bad.
to decrepit retirement homes where it smelled like death, and they were like, "Come make lanyards with the elderly." I was like, my mother was just like, "How much longer? How much longer are you planning on doing this?" This is, and then I'm schlepping her door to door to sell cookies. Like my mother hated everything about this.
You know what hit me as I was doing my hate-based research on this
Yeah.
story is the first thing that they tell you when you are presented with a Ponzi scheme is you have to pay to enter.
Oh, yeah. I had
Okay.
to-
Well,
dues.
Girl Scout membership dues have increased
Wait.
over the last year.
I remember what mine was.
What was it?
So mine was 50 cents, and I had this stupid little. It's like this little purse that went on a belt, and I had to keep the 2 quarters in it, and I had to present that before I went into the room to hang out
the
with elderly
dues.
people.
Okay,
yeah,
so,
the dues.
so that was
yeah.
your dues. Let me see if that's gone up since then. I'm gonna check here.
Is there anything that costs 50 cents these days?
Well, now it costs $45.
Shut up.
Is your yearly membership dues? And that was 2025, and it's expected to go up to $65 by 2027. They proposed an $85 membership increase, but that was shot down. Now the Girl Scouts.
But wait, are they still doing it? Because sorry to interrupt you, but the
No.
way that it worked for me was every time I showed up to some other volunteer thing that I had to do, I had to have the 50 cents each time. I
Yeah.
did not pay a yearly due. It was 50 cents every
No,
single
you
time.
pay your parents
Oh,
paid
maybe-
both. So it's
Oh.
the yearly And then each time, and they say it covers like, it's supposed to cover the snacks and stuff. Let me just.
Don't we sell cookies here?
Yeah, but not year round. Let me just offer another side to this, because Corinne mentioned that she was, for a short period of time, a brownie, that they spent a lot of time in nursing homes.
So much
But
time.
who are your favorite people on this earth?
Elderly people. However,
See,
not when
influenced you.
not when I was in first grade.
She
Yeah,
got,
but it
you with that one,
influenced you.
counselor.
Yes.
I forgot about that.
It definitely influenced
Yeah.
her, because Corinne's favorite people on the earth are elderly people. And I would also like to say that my time that I served as a brownie and a Girl Scout also helped me too. It helped me navigate precarious situations with people who maybe don't like brownies, but all are definitely troop leaders.
Wait,
it
what?
also-
What kind of life skill won't you ever need that?
Well, I mean, you're always around people who maybe don't like brownies, but they're leaders.
Okay.
So I learned to navigate. I
Sure.
learned to navigate that. I also learned certain things about, like, I did do the camping, and I did learn life skills, like, how to wash the dishes, and
I didn't
How to
learn. I
wash
learned
it?
how to
What
make
is
a
this,
pot
home ec?
holder.
Erica, can I ask you?
Yeah.
When was the last time you went camping?
Yeah.
The last time I went camping was during cicada season in
that's a good time.
1990.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the last time you've been
I mean,
camping.
but those
Yeah.
skills, they're still there.
They're still there. Yes.
How do you know? You haven't used them. I will say this.
Well, I use them in other ways.
We only ever did, like, we made things that we could sell, basically. Like, we made pot holders, we made keychains. That's all I remember doing.
Right. You were a workforce that
Yes.
paid to work.
Yes.
And the payoff for that is in the CEO. Now, granted, they didn't list. I chat GPT to this. They didn't list what the CEO made the last 2 years. No shade there. But in 2023, does any you guys are two of the smartest women I've ever met. Seriously. Well, what would you guess that the CEO of the Girl Scouts made in 2023? Her name was Sophia Chang.
I'm going to think Sophia pulled in about 500 base. And Sophia also has a nice portfolio of stock.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
going on target earnings around 3 million.
Oh, just for that year?
Yeah.
You think
is that
this
too high?
A little high. Jesus, what is she, a cleanup hitter? Sophia Chang made $785,000. Angela Olden, the CFO, made $432,000. The COO, Wendy Liu, made $373,000. The marketing officer, Jocelyn Johnson, made $372,000. HR, you need that with a bunch of little girls running around paying you to work. She only pulled in $328,000.
I have to retract
I'm not
everything.
done.
I want to take everything I said back, and I want to interview right here, right now, for a job at the Girl Scouts.
Yes.
Amen.
I honestly, first of all, I don't like where this is going, Al, because
It's
that's
going
actually
to Chase Bank.
Yeah, but no, the way that you're saying it is if they don't deserve those numbers based on being executive officers of a major conglomerate. What are you talking about?
Well, their employees paid them to do that. That's called a pyramid scheme. That's how you get involved.
Yeah, he's not
is
wrong.
when Corinne goes, "Hey, Al, join. I want you to buy this juice, sell it to 5 of your friends, but you have to buy the juice first." That's how you know it's an MLM, when you have to pay to get in there. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's an MLM. That would be libel. I'm just saying it sure smells like one. You ever walked into a basement and been like, somebody's smoking weed in here? You might not see them, but you know that there's weed somewhere. And this smells like a smoked out basement right now.
Well, then I guess if that's the case, then you have to go after every single membership group known to man. And the truth is, there are a lot of membership groups
That force their employees to sell a product?
No, I don't. Not force their employees to sell a product.
Could a
but
Girl
they're
Scout sell
paying
any other
into-
product but the cookies when they're standing in front of Target?
Just for the record, and I'm not trying to be like all pro Girl Scout. I'm not trying to be anti Girl Scout.
Sound
but
like you're lobbying for a gig. I'm messing
no,
with you.
I am overworking for other people. I'm just done. Yeah. So what I don't like is the idea that yes, I understand what you're saying and where your line of questioning is going, but I do not think that it is out of the realm or egregious that a CEO of a company as big as the Girl Scouts is making $750,000 a year. I just don't see it. I don't see it being egregious.
Even if they're increasing the membership wages?
It's not
to
like
pay
they're
for this?
increasing the membership wages to pay the CEO directly.
Well, then where's the money going?
It's going.
They're not offering health insurance.
Okay, Al. Like,
What do the girls get?
no, it's not the girl. Oh my gosh. Well, it's okay. So if we were talking about a golf course, would you have this type of smoke for it?
Yes, if there were, if the golf course was run, if I got there and 6-year-old pulled up my golf cart and was like, "Here you go, sir," and then I saw them pay their manager to be there, I would be like, "This is a weird setup you got
but
here."
also saying that it's child labor, and that's
It
what you're.
absolutely is. They're running commerce. I've done it.
Yeah, but it's also
This isn't some abstract concept.
it's important to point out, unless this has changed, the troop leaders don't make any money either.
No.
Everyone is a volunteer, which makes me feel like the organization itself is supposed to be sort of, we're just covering costs. Like we're just, like we're staying afloat. Like there shouldn't be so much money exchanging hands at the top. Like that seems.
Yeah, how are you just covering? Just covering costs would be like if we were going to throw a surprise birthday party for Michael Dean, and we were like, rent the place. It's going to come out to about $700. We're just going to all cover costs. That's one thing. You don't have your employees say, "Hey, Michael Dean, I need you to work for Daytime Talk. I also need you to give me $60, and then I'll let you go out and sell Daytime After Dark merchandise in front of Gap for 2 hours with your partner." That's crazy town. That is no health insurance. What do you get?
I had to buy the uniform. I think we had to buy the patches as well. I don't think those were free.
No. So what if you earn the patch but you can't afford? You're like, I paid $65. They're like, well, I guess you didn't
guess what percentage of Girl Scout cookie money goes back to the troops?
Yeah, I do.
I'm gonna guess 31%.
Anybody else?
I was gonna go with 45.
Oh, I was going to go like 18%, like low.
Between 10 and 25%.
See, that's problematic.
Yo, come on, dog. What is Erica?
Don't look at me.
You're the one over here standing on business.
I'm trying to present the other side.
But again, it's
To have diversity in the conversation.
I appreciate you taking a very tough stand.
Yeah, she did. She's the Jeff on
It's
this
so
channel.
bad, Corinne. It's so bad.
I agree.
Michael Dean, can you give us the final word before we move on? Like, what do you think? You are like the nicest person I know. You're not jaded and dead inside like me and Corinne. You're not overly nice like Erica. You're just a nice person. What do you think about
Not
this?
overly nice like Erica. Words no one has ever said ever.
I think it's a little antiquated, but I think teaching girls about leadership and giving them skills, survival skills, leadership skills, even editing skills with Adobe is all a great idea.
Should they have to pay you for that?
I think the selling stuff, the entrepreneurial spirit is great. The door-to-door sales is also a little antiquated.
Well, they don't go
these days.
door to door anymore.
No, they don't. They stand in front of Target, don't they?
No.
Which is also illegal. And
It's
you're
Not
teaching.
illegal.
Okay,
How is it illegal?
Erica, you can't stand in front of a place that sells food and sell food.
If you have permission to be there,
Yeah.
yes, you can. And they have.
But who else has
partnerships.
that permission?
There are other organizations that have that permission, Al. You know
They
you've
make
seen
better,
that.
like special consideration for
Right.
Girl Scouts because the girls are learning skills. They say.
Well, this year I had to buy the cookies online. This little girl sent me a video, and it's my friend's kid.
No, she did not.
Sent a video, and it just went worldwide to everybody that her mom knows. And I got the video, and I was like, I guess I got to buy the cookies. And then I was like, the shipping is what? So if you buy under 10 boxes, I don't eat the cookies.
What is this conversation?
You have
What
to
is
me
this,
out.
Costco?
First of all, stop in your tracks right now because I know for a fact you are being a hypocrite. There is a certain little girl named Sophie
Yes.
who belongs to our friend Sam,
Yes.
who you watched her video, and then you purposely bought one more box than I did. You got a baker's dozen, okay? So for all of this yin yang that you want to talk right now about the Girl Scouts and their cookies, you were the first one to make sure that you bought the most cookies.
That was a spike purchase.
Yeah, well.
But they have, the way that it works is, I can't remember the exact amount. Somebody, I can't see the chat, but somebody probably in the chat knows this. If you buy, like, because I was like, I'm not going to eat these cookies anyway. And so I was like, I'm just going to buy
And people need to know she means that she would.
I didn't
Corinne
touch any
doesn't
of
eat
them.
any. She doesn't eat.
And I can't have them in my house because of Ambien, so they went directly to my neighbor's house. But it basically, if you buy under 12 boxes, then the shipping is not free. And the shipping was like $17. It was really pricey. And I remembered being like, oh, I should have just gotten, I guess, whatever the 12, 15 bucks, whatever it was to offset the shipping cost. And I was like, this is very scammy. Like, this is a little girl and cookies, but you know what you're doing here.
Absolutely.
Well, here's the other option, because what I realized, because this happened, 2 cookie seasons ago, that Al got the baker's dozen. I ended up, I had the boxes of cookies, and I had a lot of cookies. And then I forgot about said cookies. And so they've been in the box in my pantry. And then it came up again. Girl Scout season, cookie season.
Oh, no.
And I got another notification. And I looked at this box of cookies and I'm like, oh, first of all, what do I do with these cookies? Because they're a year old at this point. And then I need to support, because my thing is it's not about the cookies.
Yeah.
It's about whoever this child is that came to me and asked me to buy the cookies. We are close enough that she better win. So it's all about my little Girl Scout winning. So the other option to do is to donate said cookies. So you can purchase X amount of cookies and it goes
I didn't know
to
that.
particular. So whoever that troop, whatever organization that troop is like, oh, we want to, it's like generally a shelter or something like that. Then you can just donate the boxes. So then that way I just paid for it, and then it went to their charity.
As far as you know.
I'm
How you know that box
wait, I
made
just
it
want to say,
anywhere.
I believe I know it made it there.
in the chat, everyone is saying shipping is crazy. We all agree. Shipping is out of control. So, all right, this is not news to anybody in the owl. What do you call them?
Night
Night
owls.
owls.
Right.
Were you going to call them the owl community? Because you definitely were. And I feel like that's...
The owl sanctuary.
That should be... That's good.
That
Like,
is pretty
our
good.
chat should be called the owl sanctuary. That's really good. All right, well, we got a few minutes left, and I want to have some fun.
Yes.
So I want to do some unpopular opinions. Michael Dean. Are we
on a Tuesday? Great, let's do them.
Well,
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, we're going to jump in there now.
From his reaction, I can tell you weren't
Yes.
supposed to do that.
Yes. That's like when you say
Oh,
that
is that
in
a
front of your-
Friday thing?
Yeah.
I mean, like typically we like to save them for Friday, but why not? Let's do it.
Do
Let's
one
do
or
one
two.
or
Yeah.
two.
Yeah, we'll do one or two.
Okay, our first one is okay. Night showers are the only showers that actually matter, and the argument goes otherwise you're going to be in bed at night covered in the filth from the day.
Yes.
I agree.
I don't believe that night showers are the only showers that matter. That's a weird way to say it. I think every shower matters.
I feel like night is in quotes.
my God.
Oh, mom's taking her
Like-
night shower.
No shower left behind.
Yeah,
Every shower.
every shower matters. Yeah, I am more of a night shower and morning
Same.
shower. I'm a double dipper. I also enjoy my shower, so it's like a treat. Yeah, I defend every shower.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So I have to do my hair in the morning. I can't like sleep on my hair and it look good in the morning. So that's like an unfortunate non-negotiable. I also work out in the morning, but I have terrible allergies, so I cannot get in my bed with pollen on my body. So there's no, yes, technically I guess I could go to work with like shitty hair and I'd be okay, but I can't really get in my bed with pollen. So
It is weird because I think I'm on the night shower morning routine as well. I think it's probably a lot of people, but it's weird because we're showering twice in kind of the span of 8 hours.
I'm wasting all
and
kinds of
then
water.
There's 16 hours that you're the most active. You're outside. You're exposed to heat. You're exposed to all, and like you don't shower. But when you get to your home that's clean, your sheets are clean, but now you've showered twice. It's just a weird way to. If theoretically you should probably take like a 10 a.m. shower, and then maybe like a 6:30 shower.
Yes.
If life worked that
If I was
way.
unemployed.
That's not,
Imagine being like, I have to go home and take a shower.
Yeah.
Like, sir.
It's shower o'clock.
now, could you guys deal with a partner? Because some people are I don't shower everyday people.
What the
There
no.
are a lot of I don't shower everyday people. Is that just can't?
Are these people at Burning Man or are they living in the real world?
I think a lot of people are don't shower because some people are like it wipes off your body's natural.
Oils.
You mean Mila Kunis and
some of
Ashton
those-
Kutcher?
It's a lot,
Some
but
of
it's a
those
lot of people.
natural oils aren't so natural.
Yeah.
Just because it's on your body doesn't mean that it should be.
So much shade in that.
Well, I'm saying.
Do we have time for one more? What are these
Yes.
called? Unusual opinions?
That's what they're
Unpopular.
called now. Unusual opinions.
I'm renaming everything today.
Making friends as an adult isn't hard. People just don't try.
That's interesting. Corinne, what do you think about making friends as an adult, and how are you with like how many friends have you made post 18 where you're like that's still my ride or die?
Oh, a bazillion. I think you're just like if you've been making friends, that doesn't make any sense. It's hard to make friends as a kid because you when you're 5, you're like, I don't know, this is my first time making friends, man.
Yeah.
What do you
and then
guys want to
realize
do?
they suck in 8th grade, and you're like, oh.
But like, you go your whole life. Yes, I know how to make friends. I can make friends with anybody at any given time. I went to a wedding this weekend. I did not know one person out except my date. I have 15 new phone numbers in my phone. Like, no. I agree with
But
this
those
person.
are new
You're not
phone
trying.
numbers. How many of those actually become friends? It's like business. You have 15 new leads. How many of those are going to become sales?
Conversion rate?
Yes.
As many as I want.
All right. You sound like a friend pimp.
Not a friend pimp. There is this woman, Danielle Bayard. I actually had her on my comeback podcast a couple years ago, but she is a friendship expert. She's an expert in female friendship. She was just on Mel Robbins' podcast.
The one that has
Let Them
Yes,
or whatever.
it's like-
Yeah. But she had her on, Danielle was on the podcast because she has the best data, especially on female friendships. And I think it's very interesting because I feel like a lot of people feel that way. Like it's very difficult to make adult friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying on that podcast that female friendships to expect to have a pretty much 50% turnover every 7 years.
Wow.
So you should be thinking about replacing friends who you've either, you've grown apart or you're not, whatever. it
Al,
is.
you only have like
I know you're
like
treating
3 years
friendship
left.
like a gentrified neighborhood.
Well,
Yeah.
but it makes so much sense because you have friends in your life who, maybe you've stayed in touch and you've been friendly with any time that you're around each other. It's a proximity friendship, or it's because it's been for a certain amount of time. But if you were really forced to friend and perform friendship with them on a regular basis, you would probably find that your friendship has outgrown one another. So
I could see that.
I
Yeah.
feel like a lot of people, especially women, get so embarrassed of the idea that they have like friendship turnover, like it's saying something bad. And Danielle talks about this. It's saying something bad about who you are as a person when really it's talking about the evolution. I think a lot of people struggle to make female, or not just female, but adult friendships because I feel like a lot of times you have bad habits in friendship that has been substantiated by people not calling you on your BS. And so you begin to believe that it's just who I am, which is one of the worst things that somebody can say to me. It's like, grow, evolve. We don't have to accept you as you are and have been since 1995.
But how many
okay?
people are capable of that, Erica?
Well,
how many
you
people
need
are
to be,
capable
and
of
that-
self-analysis? Honestly,
think-
in your life,
I would say maybe it's a 50-50.
it's hard. It's difficult
50-50.
to be like, I effed that up. I was selfish there, and I need to call and apologize. I think it's much easier for people's brains to protect itself because human beings don't want to feel dread. They don't want to feel guilt. To be like, well, yeah, I shouldn't have taken that $50 from Erica, but like, I've driven her to work a bunch of times. It's easier for your brain to make that leap than to be like, that was just really effed up, Al, and I'm going to call her. And even if she doesn't return my call, I'm going to at least know that I stood on business and I want to let her. I think it's very difficult for people to do that. So I think it's hard. In an ideal world, it'd be great, but I don't know how many people you can expect to be that evolved.
I can tell you.
Corinne would do it. You would do it.
In my it's 50-50, which is the reason why all of my friendships now are people who stand on business. They say what they mean and they mean what they say. Like, I don't have time. Like, that's the thing. It's more time. I don't have time to delineate what you're thinking, what your intentions were versus what you... I said what I said because that's what I meant. If you have a problem with what I said or what I meant, then you need to address that problem to me as a friend. If you cannot have open and honest conversations, we cannot be friends.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think the word friends has this blanket, like it's just this blanket term, but there's like your brunch friend, you know, and but like when you're talking about like your friend, like my criteria for like a real friend is, in my mind, I'm like, picture the worst thing that you could be accused of in your mind, murder, whatever it is. Let's say there was another Erica Cobb and the internet got it wrong and they posted your picture instead of them. Everybody is like, how dare you? Your DMs are filled. How dare you do that heinous crime? Insert here. Who do you call? And who would pick up the phone and be like, I don't know what I just read. I feel like that's your friend. Everybody else is somebody
like,
you drink beers with.
The ancestors, okay? Because they gonna handle that.
But there's like,
I mean,
like honestly, like y'all are in that, like, no matter what, I would call y'all, and I think you guys would answer.
Yes.
And there are other people who would be like, I can't be associated with this even before you get it out. That's not me. Like that's so. Corinne, do you have like a friendship bar?
I do, but I'm also really, I'm pretty interested in firing you, especially if you're a new friend, if you don't adhere to like a bunch of shit. Like if something's going wrong, to me, because I believe I can make a new friend tomorrow, you're replaceable. Like if you're not like like somebody I've had since I was 18 or, you know, in my 20s even, like if you're someone I met in the last 5 years and you do one fucked up thing, you're fired.
What's a friendship fireable offense? What about no showing?
Sleeping with somebody that I slept with?
Oh,
would top the list.
The girl code. The girl code.
Yeah. Or
is the girl code for life? What about if this is somebody you slept with when you were 19?
Still, you'd have to ask me, and the answer would be no.
Really?
I never say yes. Yeah. No.
Okay.
There was a sorority sister I had. She asked for permission to date this guy that I had dated, and I was like, "Are you asking for my approval?" And she said, "Yeah." I said, "Okay, so the answer is no. No, that would make me uncomfortable. No." She went on to date him. I went and brought her up for judicial and had her thrown out of the sorority.
What?
Yeah, that's a code.
She's not joking.
I'm definitely not joking.
She's absolutely not joking.
And they are still married to this day, happily, and they have 2 kids. And she's not technically a member of my sorority. So who won, Jen?
You know that you fueled that relationship because there are so many people out here, and I'm always like, you know what? You gonna cut your nose off to spite your face, right? Because there's so many people out in relationships of spite. Like they can never break up because they have to prove Corinne wrong from 2002. Right. Like, and now
you know if they posted single, Corinne would be the first comment. Like, told ya. That would be like it. It
only took 17 years, but I knew.
All right, Michael Dean, give us one more before we get out of here.
Okay.
One more unsurprising opinion. What'd you call it, Corinne?
This is so weird. We have to do this on Friday. Slow internet is way worse than no internet.
They're the same thing to me. I'm not using either. Like a slow internet, I don't have the bandwidth for like literally dealing with it. So I would just act as though I did not have internet rather than attempt it.
That's smart. That's smart. I often have Wi-Fi blue balls, as I like to call it. Like it's just a tease. It's, you know.
Where are you that's happening?
Are you hanging out?
Are you camping?
I am camping. I have Wi-Fi blue balls right now because I'm living in my basement, and none of my guests have ever told me that when you're in bed, the Wi-Fi is spotty.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You just need to get a repeater.
A repeater of what?
I don't know.
It's not called a repeater. It's a Wi-Fi enhancer.
Extender?
Wi-Fi extender. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't happen anywhere else in the house. It's just, and it's because of the how the house is structured. So yeah, I was like, I'm in bed and I'm like watching a TikTok or something, and it's like, and then the answer is, and I'm like, I don't know why I'm going like this. My phone is right here.
How nice
You just
It
you're
was-
more
it
a
was
method
still pretty
actor.
dramatic. It worked.
You know how nice your guests must be to not one of them, and she runs a full Airbnb. Like for not one person to have said to you, "Hey, I can't call 911 from down here."
Yeah, it's like I think that's illegal.
No one has ever said that in 7 years. And it is a very comfortable, it's a comfy situation down there.
Yeah, I love it down there.
All right. Well, I mean, I don't know. Just the no internet is just it's out of the question at this point. Because that means that you can't watch anything either, and you really can't even listen to anything unless you've got something downloaded, because you can't even really listen to a podcast if you can't access the internet. So I don't know.
I will say more and more airlines now are offering free Wi-Fi. I mean, it usually means you have to be a member of their
Yeah, but it's garbage.
Loyalty program.
Yeah, you can't download like a movie on it.
Here's what's interesting about Southwest Wi-Fi.
Why would you be downloading a movie on
No,
a
no,
flight?
but like,
a whole movie?
Watch it.
It would take forever.
okay, but just like the $8 Southwest Wi-Fi, I've found this to be often the case. I buy the Wi-Fi because I need to do work. I need to just do emails. I need to get into like a Teams document, whatever, simple stuff. I'm not downloading Braveheart, but I want to just send emails. And immediately once I purchase it, I get the emailed receipt from Southwest saying like, "Thank you, $8, here's the receipt." And then it doesn't work for any other emails. And I don't understand.
Well, that's the way they get out of it. They're like, well, it says received, so clearly our emails are going
Yeah,
through.
I have a gripe about loyalty programs in general. Do I have a second? 'Cause
Yeah,
would like
I want to hear
do it.
this.
Do it.
Okay. All right. I would like to say that I have been elite platinum on Bonvoy. Okay. I'm saying this because I have so much pride in the fact that I have worked my way up to this status. I work so hard. I am so strategic to make sure that I earn my loyalty. They have gotten to the point where they stop giving me credit for nights that I have purchased at the hotel. So I run into this issue.
What?
Yes, they've stopped giving me credit. So basically, if I'm traveling with my team.
I know what you're about to
So we were in New York, let's say Monday and Tuesday night. I had a room. My producer Megan had a room. Jeray had a room. We all checked in the same day. We all checked out the same day. Now, this is on my Bonvoy card, okay? So I'm like double dipping because I'm so excited about all these points and free nights I'm going to get eventually, right? So they only credit me for one of the rooms. So I fill out the missing form. Okay, so I fill out one for Megan's room and one for Jeray's room. I get the response from Megan's room. It says, unfortunately, you booked 2 rooms the same day, and because one of those rooms was purchased on with points, then we can't. Your room was purchased on points, so they automatically credited the points room to me, and they're saying that I can't get credit or anything for Megan's room because that means that I've already double dipped on my points. They're my points.
Yeah.
I earned them. If I could have cashed them in for money, are you going to tell me I can't use that money in order to pay for my rooms? So I respond and I say, hey, listen, I do this because it seems like a good incentive to book everybody on a Bonvoy hotel, right? So on Jeray's room, send the same email. They tell me that the reason why I didn't get the credit is because we're not allowed to give you credit on more than one room. You only get credit on the room that you stayed in. But the first email says that they will credit up to 3 rooms. The second email says they don't give you credit for any room other than the one you stayed at. So I copied and pasted each response and responded to each email with both of the responses from their other customer service rep. Because I'm like, what's is going on here? Right. This is a scam. So then finally, like maybe an hour later, I get an email on both of them saying, we appreciate your loyalty. Here are your nights. So if I wasn't paying attention,
and
with that, and they still didn't give me any extra points or any extra room. They just showed up on my account that I did stay there, but they didn't change the number of the total.
Oh, that's so weird. Corinne, are you a
I'm a Bonvoy too,
okay.
But I don't have a team I've got to get rooms for, so this doesn't happen. But I do have issues whenever I book. Like I have to sometimes book through Concur, which is like an app my company uses. And if I do that, then it's a third party.
Yeah.
And so I lost my status. I had like 45 nights disappeared that like I wasn't checking. Now I know to check.
Yeah.
But I was like, and they were like, oh no, you don't get credit. I go, why? The room was paid for? Like, what do you mean? And so.
It's just a weird thing because these programs all started because they were like, there are people that travel more than the average person. We would like their business. We would like to know that they're valued. So here's an incentive. Come to our lounge. Our spa is free for you. We'll knock off breakfast, whatever, to get you to come. And then when you're like, y'all got me, Erica, Coco, we're going to come and I'm going to stay at Marriott. And then they immediately, byline 13 says nothing. It's just a very strange way to do business.
It is.
When somebody is booking 3 and 4 rooms at your hotel. I thought that's when they threw more. Like,
it's
Vegas used to be great for that. Vegas would be
honestly,
like, keep coming.
when I stay at places that aren't Bonvoy, honestly, I'm getting better treatment. Because they act like they want me.
Business,
Right. They're trying. It's like what have I been with you for too long? Am I like, are you just not into me anymore? Like, Bonvoy, what's up? Like, I am so disappointed. There's nothing I love more than coming back home and looking for my points. It's like a sport. I love it so much.
It's what you're into. I like it.
I'm super into it, and it's very hurtful. You hurt my feelings, Bonvoy.
Yes, and it just, okay, well, here's my old man issue. Too many kids in the lounge.
Too many kids anywhere.
Too many kids in the lounge. I don't think kids need to be in the lounge, and I'm going to tell you why.
Wait, which lounge?
Like United Lounge, any lounge where you're getting ready to fly. Because the reason that I go to the lounge, or Corinne or Erica, is because I've wasted a lot of my life in a chair in the sky. While you guys were falling in love at picnics and going to swim meets, I was flying to Salt Lake City. No, you were flying to Salt Lake City. I was probably flying to Raleigh, North Carolina, somewhere to do a gig. The only payoff we get is to sit in a quiet lounge and have access to food. I don't even drink the booze. And I see kids in the lounge, and they're not noisy. Kids have iPads. Kids have earphones. So why is Al mad? Because I'm a hater. And you haven't earned to be in that lounge. They're sitting there with their legs crossed. They're over it. They're sliding their dish to a Jamaican woman coming to pick it up politely for her. And it's just like very like dismissive with the staff. Like, you deserve to be in there. You're 11, bro. You should not be in here. You have not done anything to deserve it until you're sad. Like my buddy Jake Johansson said, I don't care how great your career goes. At one point, you're going to find yourself crying in the airport. And that has happened to me, and that has happened to anybody that has traveled. There's one day, Michael Dean, where you cannot leave your kids again. One day where you're missing Erica's birthday for the 3rd straight year, and you're just like, what am I doing with my life? And you are crying at Concourse C. And once you do that, you can go into the lounge. Other than that, keep the kids down near the jetway and let them appreciate the lounge. You don't need to be near the fake fireplace. That's for adults.
I did not know where this was going, but way to stick the
I
landing.
am sorry.
Way to grease the landing in pilot talk.
Julia says there's a cruise that advertises they have no children and no casinos.
Well, they got you on one of those.
Yeah,
Why
I'm
no
like,
casinos?
Yeah,
I would think the casino would be 24 hours then.
yeah. I would up the amount of adult stuff if you have no children.
Yeah, it's...
The adult stuff.
Yeah.
I actually was talking randomly to a guy that works in comedy, and before he ran, I'm just say he runs the improv. He worked in cruise lines for 30 years, so I'm just like all in. I want to know everything. Where would you guys think cruise lines make the most amount of money on a cruise?
Like what department or
what department?
Oh,
Someone with anorexia?
No, like
It's
what?
not touching the buffet?
No, I mean like when they add up the coffers, like what?
I would always
What?
think booze.
I would think the pharmacy.
At the cruise line? Which cruise are you going on?
Isn't there like
Erica's
don't they
going
sell
on the
like,
sleepy cruise. All right.
Don't they sell like Dramamine and stuff?
Oh.
No. The spa's a good guess. The pharmacy. What do you think they're selling? Mr. Goodbar and Snickers. We sold $78,000 worth.
Everyone that boarded forgot their blood pressure medicine, and we
Yes.
sold the shit out of
I
that.
thought it would be
would make sense.
I thought it would be the casino, but it's not.
Oh.
It's the excursions.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he said that's where they make all their money,
Oh, that's so
especially like
interesting.
near Hawaii and stuff.
I thought
Like,
for
go
sure.
swim with the stingrays and all that stuff. I thought the casinos people would just clean up, but
I thought the booze, because the booze is really, if you don't buy the package, that's really where they get you.
the booze is like when I worked for Carnival for 2 years. How you used to entertain yourself on those boats because you would be so bored is at the end of the cruise. They slide your bill underneath, but you can still grab it. Me and my friends would walk up and down the hallway and just look. Like 3-day cruise, $1,800.
Yeah.
$2,400.
I've been there, yes.
Because like you don't realize like there's no sales, bro. There ain't no this ain't no 4 to 7 happy hour. So Erica, you get a couple in you and you're like, oh, Michael Dean and Sparta, you guys are cool. Get around for him. Oh, you want a coconut drink with a face carved in it, and you get your bill and you're like, yo.
It's also very, there's something about the open seas that it's very hard to get drunk. You have to drink a lot.
Yeah, and then you're way too drunk and you don't realize it. And then you get back to your room and you're like, I have a hangover. I'm currently drunk. And I'm seasick.
Yeah.
Those are the.
Oh, my God.
And then I'm going to wake up in
No
Bloody Mary
bueno.
this problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
No bueno.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
This was so fun. I love when you guys let me come on.
This is. Look, Corinne, you're family. There's no letting you.
You're
anywhere.
always welcome.
Yes.
There's always a seat on the couch.
Yes. Yeah, we're not the Bonvoy. All right. We're not going to press you to come. But like I do want to say, shout out to Dude.IDK who always makes us feel welcome here. Nick, you run a great place. Make sure to follow them. Michael Dean holding us down as always. Corinne, where can people find you really quickly?
Yes, please. Corinne Sanity on Instagram. That's like the only platform I care about. The others I don't care. And where's my spinoff? Please follow my podcast, rate and review.
I follow
It's a lot of fun.
Podcast. Erica? Yeah, jump right in there.
Oh, I was clapping.
Hey, 8 years of television. Go ahead. Erica's like, am I on? Hi, Dad.
Join us tomorrow on Accidentally Informed on YouTube Live at 5 p.m. Central. And I think that's all I have for right now. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. Good time.
I love it. And you guys know, follow, obviously, Dude, IDK. Follow Daytime Talk After Dark. And follow Friends from Work, Tori and I. I have guest hosts filling in while Tori is cruising the Mediterranean.
Yeah.
I had my mama on. She did. Dr. Jackie was great.
She
We had
was
Lauren
great.
Mack on. Had Tom Green
I saw that
on.
clip.
Yes, yeah. Tom Green was on. So we got some other outstanding guests. My girl Christy Lee from the Bob and Tom Show is going to be on. My boy Forrest Shaw. So we got lots of great guests coming up. So follow that and then follow at Al Jackson IG on Instagram. Night Owls.
Hootie ho.
Yeah.